Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Adam Deden Roslan, 2025-219-448. So before I start, I want to wish something to my lecturer, Dr. Shah. I wish you all the best. May Allah bless you with health and happiness. So today I'm being assigned to do a presentation on verbs. So without further ado, let's start, shall we? Before we learn about anything, we have to know the true definition of it. You may ask, what is verb? Technically, verb is a word or phrase that describes an action, condition, or experience, or in Bahasa Melayu, simply we call it kata kerja. But actually, it's more than that. People always assume that only action is verb, like what we learn in school is just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine verb is like an iceberg and the action is like the tip of it. So if we dive more, we will learn more about verb. Like verb is more than that. So stay with me and we'll dive in and I will show you more about verb. So today in my presentation, we learn about six type of verb. There's more actually, but this is like the basic, the core that we have to know before we dive into deeper deeper version of verbs. So we have action verb, linking verb, auxiliary verb, modal verb, transitive verb, irregular and regular verb. So first of all, we have action verb. We start it simple. This is the basic one we knew since we were kid, but it's vital to understand because action verb is like the main one. So basically, action verb describes an action, movement, or process that the subject of a sentence is performing. Like example, we have run, walk, talk, eat, sleep, think, play, and smile. So next we have linking verb. So we start to dive a bit more deeper. Connects the subject of a sentence to a word or phrase that describes or re-identifies it rather than showing an action. Common linking verb include forms of to be, or we always hear people call it verb to be. Like example, we have is, am, are, was, and were. So to give you a better understanding, I'm giving you a few sentences with the verb that I'm using. So as an example, I am an Arsenal fan. So am is the linking verb. Second, we have Max seems happy today. And third, Luke is 25 years old. As you can see, seems and is the linking verb. So the third one, auxiliary or helping verb. You can use both of them. It's understanding. Uh, Auxiliary verbs are used along with the main verb to express tense, mood, or voice. For example, in the statement "it is raining," is function as an auxiliary verb indicating that the action of the main verb raining is ongoing. So in sentences, Ramli has been working here for years. So has been is the auxiliary verb. It works to describe that Ramli has been working there for years. So the second, do you know how to get to the film festival? Do is the auxiliary verb. So next, I'm giving you a difference between auxiliary verb and linking verb. A lot, including myself, always cannot differentiate between auxiliary verb and linking verb. They look the same, but their function totally different. As you can see, auxiliary verb function to help or work with the main verb. What it does, adds information about tense, mood, or voice. While linking verb, its function to link the subject of a sentence to a noun or adjective that describes or identifies it. What it does, creates a connection rather than showing action. Next, we have modal verb. Modal verb shows possibility, intent, ability, or necessity. Common examples of modal verbs include can, should, and must. Because they are a type of auxiliary verb, they are used alongside the infinitive form of the main verb of a sentence. Modal verbs are used to express certain hypothetical conditions such as advisability, capability, or request. They are used alongside the main verb to inflect its meaning. So a few example of modal verbs are can, may, might, could, should, would, will, and must. And in sentences, you can use you should eat more. Should is the modal verb. It might be rain today. Might is the modal verb. So next we have transitive verb. If you learn syntax, this is the type of verb you will always encounter. I myself always encounter with transitive verb. Like transitive verb is the main core of syntax. If you learn syntax, you will encounter it many times. Like the transitive verb is basically your best friend in syntax. So a transitive verb is a verb that requires a direct object. Like example, a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to indicate the person or thing acted upon by the verb. So few example in sentences for transitive verb. So transitive verb requires you a direct object. So in this case, Gyökeres received a ball from Zubimandi. The direct object is a ball. The second, director gave me a script to work on. Again, you have to find the direct object, which is in this case is a script. So next we have regular verb and irregular verb. This is again a basic one, but even a basic is really important you to learn, since basic is you have to catch the grasp of the basic one if you want to learn the harder one. So regular verb is verbs that form their simple past and past participle by adding ed for just d if the base verb ends in a e to the base form. So like example, dance becomes danced, stop becomes stopped. So next we have irregular verb, and irregular verb is a verb whose simple past and past participle do not follow specific conjugation rules. Like example, sings becomes sang. So basically irregular verb just turn the word into a new word for a past tense. Like there's a lot of example for irregular verb. And this is a few example in sentences for regular verb and irregular verb. For regular verb, I talked to her last night. The present tense for talk is talk, T-A-L-K. But for regular verb form, it adds the word ed. Second, Donald started his career as CEO 7 years ago. Started, present tense for started is start. So basically, regular verb form of it adds ed. So then we have irregular verb. I sang Spot Infinity by Big Thief in the karaoke competition last night. Sang. Present tense for sang is sing. So totally a different word. Second, we have someone has stolen his Criterion film collection. Stolen. Present tense for stolen is steal. So basically a new word for irregular verb form of steal. Stolen. So, yay, achievement unlocked. You gain a new knowledge about verb. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying till end. So, I hope that whoever watching this just, stay vibe, stay cool. Yeah, all right, peace out.